Kingdom Come: Deliverance II surprised everyone in 2025 and became beloved by many RPG fans. Set in medieval Bohemia, this game features a massive 2.2 million word script, longer than some entire book series, which is absolutely insane. Although it lost to Clair Obscur Expedition 33 in the Best RPG category at the Game Awards, it's definitely an outstanding RPG in its own right. Kingdom Come: Deliverance tells the story of Henry, a simple blacksmith's son, and in this world there are no dragons or magic, just brutal medieval reality. The sword combat system is anatomy-based. A hit to the head deals different damage than a hit to the leg. Hunger, sleep, cleanliness, everything matters. If your armor gets muddy, your movement slows down. If you're tired of fantasy RPGs, this game is perfect for you. Baldur's Gate 3. Larian Studios created Baldur's Gate 3, somehow managing to surpass even Divinity Original Sin 2, making RPGs loved by everyone. In 2023, it won 6 different Game Awards, and the game stays faithful to Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition rules while offering players infinite choices. Every choice you make shapes the next hour of gameplay, or even 50 hours later. Every companion has deep characterization. Shadowheart, Astarion, Gale, Lae'zel, all unforgettable. Every character class, every spell, every strategy produces different outcomes, and Larian Studios did an incredible job here because they thought through everything players could possibly do, resulting in this masterpiece. Divinity Original Sin 2. Let's talk about Larian Studios' previous game, Divinity Original Sin 2. When this game launched in 2017, everyone realized that turn-based RPGs were still alive and well. Set in the world of Rivellon, you play as a god woken with the potential for godhood. The downside, everyone wants you. The co-op system is perfect. If you're playing with a friend and they want to kill an NPC but you don't, you can play rock, paper, scissors and let the winner decide. The combat system rewards creativity. Pour oil and set it on fire. Pour water and use electricity. Create ice and make enemies slide. The combinations are endless. Until the next Divinity game comes out, you should give this one a shot. Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic. The best game in the Star Wars universe was made by BioWare in 2003, and the game takes place thousands of years before the films. In the Old Republic era, you're caught in the middle of the war between Sith and Jedi. You create your character and decide whether you'll be light side or dark side. Every choice shapes your character. What makes KOTOR truly legendary is its story and world. The combat system is based on D&D rules, but with Star Wars aesthetics. If you love Star Wars, this game is still worth playing. Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines. Even though Vampire: The Masquerade Bloodlines came out in 2004, it's still considered one of the best RPG games ever made. You wake up as a vampire in Los Angeles. You choose from 5 different vampire clans: Bruja, Tremere, Nosferatu, Malkavian, Toreador, and each one completely changes the game. If you become Nosferatu, you'll live in the sewers because you're hideously ugly. If you become Malkavian, you go insane, but can see the future. The dialogues, side quests, and characters in this game are phenomenal for its time. Dragon Age Inquisition. Dragon Age Inquisition became the biggest game in the series when it launched in 2014 as BioWare's last major success. In the world of Thedas, when a massive rift called the Breach opens, demons invade the world, and you, as the Inquisitor, are the only one who can close it. You build the Inquisition from scratch, gathering allies, conquering regions, winning wars. The companion system is classic BioWare. Solace, Cassandra, Varric, Dorian. Your relationships with these characters shape the story. Your relationship with Solace becomes one of the series' most important storylines. Even though the game has its weak points, it's the best in the series. The Elder Scrolls 4: Oblivion. Since its release in 2006, Oblivion brought open-world RPGs into the mainstream and is still being played today. Set in Cyrodiil, the game revolves around Oblivion Gates opening and Mehrunes Dagon attempting to invade the world. But here's the truth. Most players didn't care about the main quest. Instead, they joined the Thieves Guild, entered the Dark Brotherhood, or just wandered around. The best thing about this game is the sense of freedom it gives you. Every cave has a story. Every city feels alive. NPCs have their own routines. They wake up in the morning, go to work, and return home in the evening. Even though Oblivion lives in Skyrim's shadow, without it, Skyrim wouldn't exist. Nier Automata. When Yoko Taro's creativity combined with Platinum Games' combat expertise, a masterpiece called Nier Automata was born. It tells the story of the war between androids and machines in a post-apocalyptic world. and you play as 2B, 9S, and A2. The most interesting thing about this game is that when you think you finished it, a new ending unlocked. There are 26 endings in total. The combat is fluid and satisfying, but the real depth lies in its philosophical theme. What is conscious? Can androids become human? What's the purpose of war? These questions haunt you throughout the game. Nier Automata proved that action RPGs can tell deep stories too. Mass Effect Trilogy. The Mass Effect Trilogy is an absolute masterpiece for science fiction fans. Over 3 games, BioWare tells the story of Commander Shepard, and each entry improves on the last. You decide the fate of the galaxy. The Reapers, ancient machine gods, wipe out all advanced life every 50,000 years. To stop them, you assemble a crew. Garrus, Tali, Liara, Mordin, Thane. Each one is a truly unforgettable character. Your choices carry across the entire trilogy. If a character dies in the first game, they may be gone forever by the third. This level of narrative continuity is something almost no other game has ever achieved. Fallout 3. Fallout 3 became a true legend when Bethesda transformed the classic isometric RPG formula into a first-person open-world experience, revolutionizing the genre when it launched in 2008. Set in a post-nuclear Washington, D.C., you leave Vault 101 in search of your father. The game's greatest strength is its sense of exploration. You are free to write your own story in the capital wasteland. Combat is accessible and flexible. You can slow down time using VATS, making it easier to take down enemies. The karma system presents meaningful moral choice. Will you be good or will you be evil? Every decision affects the world, and even 3Dog talks about your actions on the radio. Planescape Torment. Planescape Torment is one of the most overlooked yet best-written RPGs in gaming history. Released in 1999, it was a commercial failure at the time, but today it's considered a cult classic by RPG fans. You awaken as the Nameless One, immortal, but without any memory. You try to discover who you are. The combat is weak by modern standards, with over 800,000 words of dialogue. Longer than many novels, every conversation matters. Planescape Torment represents the peak of storytelling in games. Chris Avalone's writing is on another level, proving that RPGs can be true literature. Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Clair Obscur, Expedition 33 completely defined 2025 and once again proved that an RPG can be loved by everyone. The French studio Sandfall Interactive won 9 Game Awards, breaking a record in gaming history. Set in a world inspired by the Belle Époque, a mysterious entity known as the Paintress paints a number every year. Anyone who reaches that age simply disappears. This year, the number is 33. You join an expedition to save those who are about to vanish. The turn-based combat is blended with a real-time parry system, creating something fresh and engaging. The art direction is breathtaking. Every single frame looks like a painting. The music, writing, and character designs are all outstanding. Clair Obscur proves that indie games can truly compete with AAA titles. Disco Elysium. Imagine an RPG with no combat, and now imagine it being one of the greatest RPGs ever made. Studios achieved exactly that. There is no fighting, only dialogue, exploration, and skill checks. Every skill represents a different aspect of your personality, and depending on which ones you develop, your character changes dramatically. The writing is unbelievable. Millions of words of dialogue, every line crafted with care. Political, philosophical, funny, tragic, everything exists side by side. Disco Elysium proved that RPGs can evolve into something entirely new. Cyberpunk 2077. Although Cyberpunk 2077 was heavily criticized at launch, the game slowly reinvented itself and ultimately became a masterpiece with the Phantom Liberty DLC in 2023. You play as V in Night City, constantly haunted by the digital ghost of Johnny Silverhand. But hey, it's Keanu Reeves. And who knows, maybe we're all inside a Matrix anyway. Night City is one of the most detailed cities ever created in gaming. Every corner tells a story. Cyberpunk 2077 is a lesson in how to recover from failure. CD Projekt Red admitted their mistakes, fixed them, and delivered something truly special. The Outer Worlds 2. The Outer Worlds 2 was even more beloved than the first game. This time, you leave the Halcyon colony system behind and explore new planets, encounter new corporations, and meet new, hilariously written characters. Obsidian's trademark writing is back, satirical, smart, and politically sharp. The companion system has been expanded, with each companion having deep and meaningful questlines. Your choices genuinely matter. With Microsoft's support, Obsidian was finally able to remove the budget limitations of the first game. The Outer Worlds 2 is a dream come true for anyone looking for a true Fallout alternative. And of course, if you want, you can also check out my video where I talk about Souls-like games.